little Piper decided to be great for going for a little walk outside at 6:45, so I knew I was going to be a bit late. Sorry, I was just closing the door. How is everybody this morning? I'm going to be talking a little bit about what we're going to be doing in the 100-Day Project. I have a live also this afternoon and I haven't put it on my YouTube yet, but I have a live with Michelle. I'm going to just straighten my camera up a little bit. And that is at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I will be putting that out there very, very soon. Good morning. A little tardy this morning. I came down here yesterday afternoon and thought, oh, I better do that. Year of the Horse, Happy Lunar New Year image. And I had some ink out on my table, so this is what I came up with. I was gonna finish the much more detailed and thought out piece that I had talked about or showed you, and then I thought, no, I'm going to change it. So this is what I came up with. I think I may make it into a t-shirt or something like that. I kind of like the trust the trot and enjoy your ride. Hi Susan, how are you? I did not get around to writing in my family library, and my iPad is upstairs, so I don't have all my images, but I know that this little piece is on there within my treasures. So it's a sweet little frame. It cost only 75p, and I'm not sure if this is something that somebody has stuck on, but it says Museum Fernando 44 in Barcelona, and it has the telephone number, and it is like a couple of little flamenco dancers, I'm not sure if they're flamenco, but it's super cute. My mum also gave me this. She gave it to me, or she found it because of the frame. She loved the frame, but I said I like the image as well, so it sits on my wall down here in my studio. So I'm going to draw that today in here. And then I wanted to show you, good morning Nanette, hi Meryl, this early morning. Well, I'm a little bit late. Hi Anne, how are you? But I wanted to show you what I have done to prep for the 100-Day Project, which I'll also be showing you at 3, but I thought I would show you guys now. My camera is still wonky, that's odd. Let me just try figuring this out. Oh, it's the other way. Maybe that's why. Did that go better? Is that better? There we go. All right, I think I got it. So this is what I have for, now I'm not sure if it's going to be, it will be one that it's included, but I'm not sure if I'm going to redo this one. This is Florence Nightingale, and yeah, she transformed war nursing and public health and reduced suffering and conflict impacts, and that was in 1864. So I have just used I've just used, and I'm going to use different material because I'll show you why. I've just used an old apron that was broken. So this is what I've used, and I didn't even gesso. Maybe I should gesso it, but I just put acrylic gouache on the base of this. But you can see how the weave of the cotton is so large that it was difficult for me to get a lot of details. Like I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like between the nose. I would like, oh, it was a little bit finicky when it came to putting any details in, because I would catch a ridge and then it would like go too far or whatever. So this is basically, I want to do 100 peacemakers. So Florence Nightingale was my number one. I'm not sure if she'll be day one or if I do a few just to test and they'll be my in between. You know, sometimes you need like a buffer. It's like a cheat day if you're you know, doing a diet or whatever. But this is like maybe day 9 I won't be able to do one, and so this will be my cheat day. So I'm planning ahead with my cheat day. What's happening at 3? Susan Allen. Oh no, Susan. What's happening at 3? Michelle Allen, sorry, is going to come on live here on YouTube with me, and we're just going to go through, I'm going to go through a few different 100-day projects that I've done, and she's going to go through hers, and we're just going to, it's going to be almost like a review, but I'm also going to prep some of these so you can see how I prep them. So that's what's going to happen. That's at 3. So, and then I am putting out a Luma today for a Oaxaca drawing session. We did talk about a few people sending pieces, sending photos of their towns, and I can't remember who said that they were going to. I know that Scott said he was going to, and Teresa said she was going to. I'm not sure if you have those images. All right. The lucky find. I did not write anything for that. I may do this and then get a little bit of color in a sketchbook today. So, and I think I need more ink. That's the only problem with these converters, is that they do run out of ink a lot quicker than a regular cartridge. I'm not sure why. Oh, Teresa, for when? Well, I'd like to set up a couple, like maybe one this weekend, and I would also like to set up for next week or the following weekend. Oh, this one actually does have ink in. I think it was my Lamy that ran out last night. So I'm using platinum carbon ink. Probably a lot of people didn't think I was going to come on this morning because I was late. You know, while I'm here, I'm going to do my Lamy. Hope you don't mind, everybody, me prepping stuff and not actually doing anything right now. Do sunrises count? Sunrises count as long as there's not 9 of them, Teresa. If you remember, we had, who was it? Lou, she had quite a few sunrises. Why didn't that pick up? Good morning, Scott. How are you? You know, there's usually a little cap thingy in here, and I do use it, but my ink was getting low. I've been using a lot of ink recently. Okay. How to get messy hands. This is my favorite ink. I know that some people use Noodle as ink as well, but this is the platinum carbon ink, and it is it's permanent, so it's great. I may do the little this little label as well on the back. I don't know if it has anything else. I haven't taken it out of its frame, so I'm not sure if there's a little note on the back as well. Just up, but doing well. Good, Scott. Michelle says, I can, oh yes, Michelle, I can also do my neighborhood to where we, to where should we upload? If you just send me 8 images or 9 images, Michelle, I will upload them into the Padlet. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Afton, Martina. Yeah, that would be great. Nanette says, did you take the bottle of ink to refill while you're in Oaxaca? No. In Oaxaca, I took this pen. It was loaded. And then I took this, and then I took my Lamy. And I couldn't find, why couldn't I find, oh, does anybody have a, do you know if you can get a refill for the platinum carbon pens? Or can I use the same one as the Lamy? Anybody? Because I don't have one for that, so I need to find one. So I just took them refilled, but I mean, you were there when Patty was saying she just takes a bottle filled with ink, which is so much smarter. Maybe I'll just buy a bottle and down in Italy. That would be also a smart move. Okay, it's going off the page. This is where things can get very confusing with frames and the amount of edges or the amount of little different levels that there are. We're supposed to get a snowstorm today. Anybody else getting a snowstorm? Is Ohio here today? Sometimes Ohio and us, we get very similar snowstorms. Oh dear, that was a bit wonky. I'm going to keep the wonkiness and not worry too much about it though. Nanette says, no, it's warm here. LOL, just rain. Yeah, it rained a little bit yesterday. Having trouble communicating this morning. Seems to be improving a bit now. Aw. Hi, C. Good morning. Ohio is in the house. Good morning, Ohio. Is Ohio getting a snowstorm today? So I'm going to do a drawing session from Oaxaca. Actually, I've got a couple of drawing sessions that I want to do from Oaxaca. What would you prefer in the first one? Do you want a mix, or do you want figures, or would you prefer buildings? What would you care for? I know that some people love seeing. Bonjour, hippo. Comment ça va? I know that some people love seeing or love like all the figures and everything. Teresa says all color. I know, I kind of slid off the updating the Padlet in the Substack, and I apologize. I was having a really hard time with Substack when I was away. I was able to like post on stories on Instagram, but everything was so slow. So I apologize for that, but I will be putting more photos in there as well. Good morning, Tammy. How are you? Hello, Jamie. How are you? Yes, so we'll have a Oaxaca meet. I think that would be fantastic. I just had a little meetup with my June Italy people. Not everybody could make it, but there was just a lot of planning of logistics and arriving there and how and when, and so I'm getting super excited about that. I do have a couple of rooms still available. I know one lady is thinking about it, and she was just looking at flights yesterday. But if anybody is interested in coming to Italy in June for a week-long workshop, please reach out to me, because I would love to have you on the week with us. They have a lovely pool. All the food is included. They actually put a, like we call it a, what do we call it? They call it a spa pool or a plunge pool, but we call it a hot tub over here. I'm not sure what you guys call it over in your world. I should probably put my glasses on. Museum Fernando. I wonder if I call the number, it would work. 3122 5, 7. Wonder how old it is. Oh, okay, so it's hot. I think it's hot, Carolyn. I think it's like a spa pool. Yeah. Oh, Tammy says, I have been searching since 7. It just finally showed up for me. I was starting to think not alive today. Oh, that's really strange with YouTube. Okay, so I got my notification that I was live because I'm not sure why they send it to me, but they sent it at like 8:20 or something like that. So maybe I just have to refresh, and maybe I have to update YouTube or something like that. I was late because Piper suddenly woke up, so I did have to take her out. So Tammy and Hippo, you were not wrong in thinking that there was no live. I put it in Instagram chat, and then I put it in Substack chat, but there is no way of just like, maybe I should, I don't know, starting a, what's it called? That other chat thing that you have, Hippo. That would just be a lot. So I'm not sure. That may be just too much. Well, that's crazy. 7:25. That's when it started. Yeah. Sorry. 7:10. I came on at 7:10. Oh. Tammy says no YouTube at all last night for a while. Oh, that's crazy. Same here. Not even a listing in the beginning. You had to subscribe again, see? Oh, that's strange. Barbara says, when will you have the intro to the 100-Day Project with Michelle? Oh, I'll have that. I will put that up. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to put it up on my YouTube so that you can just click on it at 3 p.m. But we're going to be live at 3 p.m. and we'll just chat, go through things. I may do some prepping of, I don't know if you guys saw this then at the beginning, but this is what I'm going to be doing for 100 days. I'm going to be doing portraits, and this is Florence Nightingale. But I'm going to be testing out this afternoon different materials, because you can see this is too ridgy. It's too textured. So when I'm painting with acrylics, it probably would be fine with oils and a very tiny brush, but I'm painting with acrylics, and it is like if I put the brush just really close to her nose and it goes over, then I have to come back in again, and it's not so easy. So my brushes are not too small. I have a couple of small brushes, but they're not like the best. So, you know, when I'm doing like little things like this, it's still not small enough. Maybe I'll just paint with a toothpick or something. So yeah, so I thought 100 peacemakers, right? People who have done good in this world. They don't have to be peacemakers. I mean, it could be, well, I'd like to do a couple of the monks actually. But yeah, then I'll hang them all together. So I'll be talking about that. I'll be showing different 100-day projects that I've done over the years. How long did Florence take me? She took me about an hour, well, all in all about 2 hours from the time of prepping her, like prepping the background and painting the sides and putting the back on. So about 2 hours. So if I can get ahead by prepping, like at least 10 a week, so I get ahead. Not with the face, but the face I will do in my live sessions on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday here on YouTube. And so I'll paint the faces live. but like I said at the beginning, I may do a few catch-ups because I'm going to post every day. I'm going to try and post every day, so I need a couple of backups, a few extras just in case, like if I'm, you know, if I'm busy or if I'm like can't get on, or I don't know, I just need a couple of backups. So thank you, Michelle. Hippo says, see, it happens to me sometimes when people I'm sure that I follow, like Reb, for example, sometimes it's like I unfollowed some accounts, but I didn't. Thanks, Michelle. Will you leave them in the 8? All in the hoop? Yes, I'll leave them all in the hoop, Jamie. So I have 100 hoops. I bought 100 hoops, so I am their little embroider hoops, and I bought all of them. I was gonna paint all of the hoops one color, but I actually think it'll look nice to have individual colors bringing out some of the background into the hoop. So I think I'm gonna have, it'll be more colorful in all, like if they're hanging with different colors, and I'm trying to match a little of the background with the foreground just so that it has some cohesiveness. Michelle says, I prepped my 100-day book as well. I think it will be very helpful to know where to put all the days in one spot. Absolutely. It's a really good idea to have a substrate that you can say, okay, I'm going to do it all on this size paper or all in this book. Last year, you guys all know, maybe some of you don't know, and I need to do, I actually brought down Lilla Downs' painting last year, or this year, to Oaxaca because I did it for her, but so, which I took out, you can see, so I have to add another painting from Mexico. But last year I did 100 Days of Mexico. Hey, look, there's Maria in Oaxaca. We didn't even get to Cafe Ama, Maria, which is sad. And there's Leslie. So I loved this journey as well. This journey was fantastic. The revisiting photos from Mexico was really special. I almost said no to the hoops and thought I'm going to do another 100 Days of Mexico because I really loved it. But I have committed to the hoops, so I'm going to do the hoops. And there's a video of this if anybody wants to see it. That's on my YouTube as well. The 100 Days of Mexico, where I flip through Mexico. I'm waiting for dates to come back for January next year, but I will be going again. I'm just going to call this the Spanish Dancers, because now we know they're from Barcelona. Good morning, Reb. Hello, how are you? Teresa says, I bought a sketchbook for my mandalas, and I'm finding out a lot about the mandalas and their ties to Eastern religions and more. That's very cool. Tammy says, getting organized to prep mine, my 100-day project. Reb, what are you doing for your 100-day project? And everybody says, hello, Reb. And hi, Amy. How are you? Okay, so I don't have my laptop down here, so I'm not going to do another one. Although, do I have anything else that... Oh, I do have something else. You know what? I can do another one. I do have something else. Actually, I have a couple of things. So I'm going to do this one. Oh, I did it in the wrong spot. Darn it. Look, I was supposed to go up, down, and I did it in the wrong spot. Oh, well. No. Only you guys. So my 9 of which I found, I've drawn this card a lot. It's been featured in a lot of my morning sessions, a lot of my live sessions. So I'm gonna do this. I may just do the card. I guess I could do it in the frame as well. I do love this frame. This is a great frame. Have you guys seen these frames? Yet another frame from my mama that she picks up. I love how this is. That you can put your little piece in here like that. And then it just sits on a ledge. It's really beautifully made. It sits like that. And I think this actually folds as well. I'm not sure why it would fold, but there is a hinge. Does anybody know why this folds? Why does that fold? Oh, do you think it's so you can put it up like that? Like as a little stand? Oh, I think that's what you can do. You can put this as a stand. When it's in there, you can stand it up. But then I feel like it's missing something. Maybe it's missing some glass. Somebody must know. Somebody must know. Anyway, love the frame. And there's a whole story behind the 9 of diamonds. You probably all know it. Actually, I have 2 9 of diamonds cards. One was found here in Canada along the lake, and one was found 9 days before I met my husband in Spain. Actually, it wasn't before I met my husband. It was before he came back to Spain and proposed to me. So it was 9 days from the time that I found it and he proposed. Reb says, I had an idea, but I think I may teach myself embroidery instead. That's a great thing to do. Teach yourself embroidery. Ingenious frame. Isn't it lovely? It's lovely. Hippo says, yes, Reb, and you'll master it in 3 days. Rebecca Ringquest has a lot of great tutorials, and they're month long. So I think she has probably at least 3 on Creative Bug that you could do like a daily stitch and learn a lot. Okay, on this one I'm going to just do at a little bit of an angle. And I'm going to have to make it smaller. And I haven't done any sketching before I've done these, so I'm going to try and get the size right and actually get it in frame, which I don't think I am going to do with this one either, because, well, maybe I will. So much easier just to do it in straight. So 9 is my lucky number. Yeah, I know you're not asking what it is, but I'm going to tell you. 9 is my lucky number. Diamond is my birth stone. So for me, the 9 of diamonds is my card. So when I found it, I'm like, and it was lying in the gutter on the street in Spain. I was going to a pizza restaurant and found it super clear in my head, and this was 27 years ago, and I just kept hold of it. And then my husband came down to Spain after us having met that the previous year, and then he came back of Mallorca with his friend, and I said, you have to come back. You were here for like 3 days and you haven't seen the island, and there's scuba diving, and you should really come back. And anyway, he proposed to me 4 days into the trip, and I said yes. And then when I was here in Canada, I'm not sure if the day was significant, if it was around my birthday, I was walking with a good friend, one of the very few artists in real life friends that I had at the beginning of my journey here in Canada, and Shelley, and she we were walking along the rocks and trying to get down to the water. It must have been spring, because there wasn't any snow, and I think we were just trying to get down to the water. And then I found another 9 of diamonds in the rocks that it was just sitting there, and that was really bizarre as well. So I don't know, anybody else have things that they find a lot of? We talked a little bit on Monday about dimes. I find dimes and I feel like they're from my ancestors. This is a little salt jar full of dimes. Actually, I have it right here, and I have a little bird in there as well. So I put my dimes in here that I find. I used to find loads during COVID, so many. We would walk every day, my friend and I, and we were always, she would find not quarters, I would find dimes and she would find nickels, and if she found a dime she would give it to me, because she knew that I would always like have a relationship with the dime, and she would find a nickel, or I would find a nickel and I'd give it to her. Oh, feathers. I'm feathers as well, Jamie. Yeah. Oh, and dragonflies. Scott says, I also find a lot of dimes. Jamie says, my favorite number 2. Oh, really? The number 9? Oh, that's so funny. Michelle says, Blue Jays come to visit. It's my dad coming back to say hello. His name was Jay, and he had blue eyes. Oh, that's lovely. And Tammy says, I find animal skulls and bones and small figurines. People also leave bones and skulls on my porch sometimes because they know I like to draw them. Neighbors probably think we're crazy. Oh, that's funny. I mean, when I'm walking in the UK, I find a lot of like skulls and things like that. Animal skulls. I will not bring them back for you though, Tammy. Sorry. Ugh. And then that says, I find feathers. Yeah, I have envelopes with feathers that I find. And I feel like they're also messages from family members that have passed. That's another beautiful thing about the traditions of Mexico and the Mexican beliefs is that they truly believe that you reincarnate and your ancestors are there looking out for you, which I love. Okay, this is where I get a little bit stumped when I have to do things like this. So I'm going to use dots to plan, because if not, my diamonds are going to go a little bit everywhere. Reb says feathers as well, and Teresa says butterflies. My mother-in-law reincarnated. I have another friend who believes the monarch butterfly is her mom as well, coming to say hi. Nanette says, I'm frantically finishing embroidering my jacket to take with me on vacation. I work well under pressure. Oh, that's lovely. I hope that Michelle Allen will bring hers at 3 p.m. this afternoon when we do the live, because I know that she posted it on her Instagram, either on her Instagram or her business Instagram. But she's done a beautiful jacket as well. And I wore my shirt quite a lot in Oaxaca. I love it. Was very, very comfortable. I have to add some other things to it. Okay. Do I do the other 9 first? I think so. I have to focus. Sorry, everybody. I think this one should be a little bit further up, but yeah, it's not super precise, as you can see. I don't think I have card designing in my future. See you, Teresa. Take care. Jamie, where are you located? We have everyone from many states in the US. We have Germany, we have England, we have France, we have Spain, we have Israel, Peru, Canada. And do we know you from Instagram? And how did you find me here? Because maybe you know some of the others that you are here with. Okay. small little details like the nails that hold the wood together. And if you don't want to tell us where you're from, that is absolutely fine as well. All right, well, I got 2 finished today. Didn't do too much. So, yeah, sorry about that. I have, how many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And we are on the 18th. So I think I'm 2 ahead. I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, I'm 2 ahead. It's always good to be ahead. That is for sure, for sure. I think I need to clean up my table. And yeah, I want to speak to some of you about where you go for stickers, or where you go to make your stickers. I don't know if, did Melissa leave already for Japan? Jamie says, in the last week or so, but have been on art party for a while. Art hang party with Melissa? Are you Eastern time zone? Tammy says, thanks for the drawings and stories. Hopefully I'll be able to join later. Have a great day, everyone. Yes. Oh, Hippo says she left yesterday. She left yesterday. Okay, she's in Japan. Yeah. Art hang party is still taking place tomorrow, but it's like a pre-recorded one. So if anybody wants to do that, that is tomorrow. Yeah, I knew she was going to Japan. I didn't know which day she was leaving. Ah, she's going to have such a wonderful time. A little jealous of, not jealous, just, you know, I'd love to go to Japan. That is one of my bucket list places to go to. Anybody else have any bucket list places to go to? I have a few. I'd like to go to Japan, India, and Morocco. Those 3 places are top. I mean, I will always go back to Oaxaca, I think, every year. I think it's just going to be like every year. Oh, right, Jamie, you're a newfie. You're Canadian. Michelle says Scotland. Scotland? Who's in Scotland? Oh, Scotland is, sorry, Michelle. Scotland is on your bucket list. Right. Well, you could do an art retreat in Scotland, Michelle. Totally doable. Newfie. Yes. In Canada, everybody would say Newfies are the best, especially Newfies. I have a lot of Newfie friends. Nanette says, same for me as well as Australia, Scotland, and of course Oaxaca. Oh, Australia. And Reb says, I love Scotland. I've never been to Scotland, so hey, maybe Michelle, we could talk about Scotland. Do one together. I'm not sure if Trover Trip does Scotland, but that would be kind of cool. Susan says, southwestern France. Well, I know you're coming with me to southwestern France. And Jamie says, Alinda through Melissa, Reb, and Hippo through Alinda, you through Reb, and you through Reb. Oh, that's fantastic. New Zealand. I have a cousin in New Zealand. We could all go stay with her. And Michelle says yes. Okay, well, maybe we need to chat. 2027, Scotland at some point. Or 2028. All right, well, I am going to go and walk my little puppy because the snow hasn't come yet. Kelly! One of my bucket list items is the trip to Mexico with you. Well, okay, I'm putting you on the list. Kelly, you're from Newfoundland. So do you know Jamie? Jamie here is from Newfoundland. Jamie says, thanks for the compliment about Newfies. Honestly, every Newfie that I have ever met has been the friendliest person. You guys are like cousins of the Irish because they're all super friendly as well. Reb says, Jamie, it would be interesting to see everyone's path to this community. Ooh, that would be. We could do a big family tree. Maybe we should do a big family tree session. That would be fantastic. And then we'll print a poster. Reb will do a wooden, what you call it? Not a lino print, but a woodblock print out of the family tree. That would be really interesting. Kelly says, I don't think so, but hello, Jamie. And Jamie says, hi, Kelly. Are you both from... So Newfoundland is quite big, but there aren't many towns, right? I feel like everybody lives in... Oh, Jamie says, Newfoundland is pretty hugely. Do you have a channel too? Kelly, do you have a channel? Hang on, Jamie, you have a channel? And Jamie, is your channel Jamie Sees at the moment? Is that what the Sees ATM means? I do, but it's... Also, I wanted to show you, Nanette, you may be interested in this because I know you have the weeks. Just as a side note, I recently got these. You can get a set of 3, and they're Hobonichi, and they fit in the weeks, just like so. So I got one for the back for me and my husband, and one for the front, and then I have an extra one, and I have Maria's sticker and Hippo sticker. What else do I have in here? I like this sticker. Go where the Wi-Fi is weak and the sun is strong. So just because I know you didn't get the mega, so I wanted to show you. I think I'm losing people's comments because they're not showing up. Everybody, if you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. If you're here and new here, say hi. If you're watching this after the live, and Jamie says, it is, but it's been a while since posted, and I'll be posting again in the somewhere near future. So many typos on the tablet. Yes, love my weeks as well. Yeah, I've been, well, I've been doing a lot of like big entries because I missed a few. So yeah, my weeks is extremely messy, extremely messy. We are also going to be planning, Louise, I'm not sure if you're on here, but we have to plan a February meetup very soon. I can't believe, is next week the last week of February? I think it is. Hippo says, oh, Jamie, I'm going to subscribe in case you post videos again. Yes, I'm going to subscribe too. Can I click on Jamie from my computer? I can do that. I'm going to write Jamie's name down so that I don't lose it. I have a page where is it? Goals, artists, where is it? Ideas, mornings, I don't know where. Oh, here. This is YouTube check. I have Hippo, made by Reb, Melissa Martin, Alinda. I know I'm missing lots, but I think I have all of you guys in here. And we will put Jamie. Jamie, are you just Jamie C's at the moment? Is that what it stands for? It probably doesn't. Oh, C. I'll check it out. If you were not here yesterday, we did a live and I did a full flip through of Oaxaca and Mexico sketchbooks from this past 2 weeks. So if you want to check that out, you can. And like I said, I will be here live with Michelle Allen at 3 p.m. this afternoon. So, oh, Jamie says it stands for so much in my head. Oh, I love that. So much in my head. What? How does it stand for so much in your head? Haha. Oh, I have yet to decide. Okay. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, it's good to be back. And thanks for joining me and, you know, just hanging out and chatting. I'll be back tomorrow and I will see you all this afternoon if you can make it. If not, there will be a replay. I need to clean up my messy table. That's what I need to do. Clean up my messy table. Maybe I'll do that today as well. Look out for the Luma. The Luma will be sent out at some point today with regards to a Mexico drawing session. That's for BSA club members. If you're not a BSA club member and you would like to join our community, go to the link, go to the description, and you can, or the description of each of my lives, and I have the link to Substack over there. And I do believe that I will be changing prices March 1st. But if anybody is already subscribed, though, your prices will not change. This afternoon here, yes, at 3 p.m. I will put a pre-link in there as well. Yeah, it's just for an hour and it's just a chat with a friend, Michelle, who did the 100-day project for the first time last year. And I just want everybody to hear what she thought of it, how it benefited her, and what she learned from it, and what she's going to do differently this year. And I will chat about mine as well. All right, everybody. Thank you. Have a really good day.
See you. Bye.